Nerd Takes.
Nerd Takes.
I'm Justin. This is John.
How's it going?
And we are here to talk about the birthday bourbon by Old
Yes.
Forester. Tell us about it.
We've got the 2021 Old Forester birthday bourbon, graciously donated by our friend Pat. He gave us a sample. You can see the little bottle right there.
Yeah. Very generous.
Very generous.
I would have liked 2 bottles, but we'll
2 sample bottles or 2 whole
sample
bottles?
Definitely the whole bottle, but
Well, yeah, that's right.
no, this is amazing. Thank you, Pat.
So, obviously made by Old Forester, and some history on this. Old Forester will release, this was the 21st iteration of its limited edition vintage dated birthday bourbon on September 2nd in celebration of founder George Garvin Brown's birthday. This is the, I guess at the year of this release, it was the 151st year of the company that he began in 1870. A little bit about this one. The 2021 birthday bourbon was bottled at 104 proof and is made up of 119 barrels aged 12 years and barreled on April 16th, 2009. It's just crazy.
A long time ago.
After showing exceptionally unique character during the tasting panel, the 12-year-old barrels were chosen specifically for this year's birthday bourbon. So, 12 years old, 104 proof. The mash bill is undisclosed, but for previous releases, it was 72% corn, 18% rye, and 10% malted barley.
Tell the watchers, listeners, like how hard of a bottle is this to track?
This is a very, very difficult bottle to track down, and we don't have a picture of it, but it's a little short, little squat bottle. So it doesn't.
I was about to do that exact same thing.
It's like you took a bottle
Right.
and just squished it. It doesn't look like any other Old Forester bottle. It doesn't really look like any other bottle on the market itself, with the exception of 13th Colony, which is a distillery down south. Their bottle looks eerily similar to the birthday bourbon, but when you see the bottle, you know exactly what it is.
This is where our executive producer is going to flash a picture of the bottle. That's how impressive it is.
That's how awesome it is. MSRP on this bottle is $130, and secondary, again, goes to the nature of how difficult it is $800.
So I feel like I'm drinking, I don't know, a couple $20 bills right now.
So you're better off just finding a bar and buying a pour.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Do we want to go over their notes, or do we want to do our notes first, and then we can recap, because the website went into some good detail on.
Let's give our thoughts first,
All right.
and then we can learn how wrong we are.
Well, or right.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
So the one thing I'm noticing about this is the incredible color, especially for a bourbon that's 104 proof. This is way richer and darker than that. And these legs, man, it's like
Yeah.
a solid line just across the entire
It's just
Glencairn.
it's just coating it, and I'd love to see how long it takes for them to go away, but I'm gonna drink it faster than that. So, we're not
Well,
gonna
you
do that.
sip and I'll talk about the nose real quick. I think this it's not super oaky. It's got a little bit of that to it. You can tell it's going to be, very sweet and very rich. And
Yeah, we were talking about that beforehand. It's like when you smell it, you just know it's going to be just complex, and just
Mhm.
there's going to be a lot going on, and that's kind of what I get on this nose. You do get a hint of sweetness, like the
Yeah.
typical stuff, but I get a lot of not a lot of oak, but it's that oak, it's the leather, but then also mixed in with the sweetness. It's just kind of the whole package. It's hard to pull like an individual note out of it.
I think I'm getting some cherries. I think I'm getting and that's on the nose and also on the palate. And there is definitely a molasses or something like that. It's just super
That's
rich.
a good one. Yep.
And man, that is a fucking incredible depth of flavor and mouthfeel.
It's very oily.
Yeah, and
You can tell
it's
from the
not
glass
hot
it's
at the
oily.
beginning. It's just like a constant, cascading warmth.
It's that Kentucky hug, dare I say?
Yeah, but this is so much better than most of the hugs that we've been
Well,
having
that's
recently.
that's very true. That's
Uh,
true.
And it's just, it's sticking around.
Yeah, it's still going.
I don't think this is going to go anywhere. What
No.
are we supposed to get on the nose?
All right. Well, color, there were no notes on the color, so I'm glad we actually mentioned that. On the nose, a beautiful symphony of berry and dessert components. Red raspberry preserves join plump juicy blackberries, and dried strawberries to set the tone. Nestled, I shit you not, this is what was written. Nestled in a bed of dried herbs and balanced with vanilla creme brulee, subtle pecan, rich maple syrup, and cocoa. That's just the nose.
Man. So every berry but cherry apparently is
Apparently,
is in there.
you were fine. Berry and dessert components. You got it.
Okay, all right.
And
The one time I don't say creme brulee is
right,
on the
and we
freaking
mentioned
list.
and we mentioned the sweetness, and that was the maple syrup, the creme brulee, and like I didn't really get any kind of like nuttiness. Like they mentioned pecan, I didn't get anything like that at all. I'd have to go back.
Yeah, if it is, it's like a
They do say subtle
deeply
pecan.
sugar flavored, like dipped pecan.
So for the palate, it's rich and inviting. The velvety mouthfeel carries notes of buttery caramel, burnt sugar, and a touch of fresh baked Linzer cookie. Don't know what that is.
Linzer, it's a brand, isn't it?
I don't know. This silky palate quickly awakens into a bright, peppery, peripheral spice.
Mm.
And I think that's what you got going down when you were talking about like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like the mid palate, almost finish.
I mean,
which
just
I can still taste
just
the
right
finish.
now. It's kind of
It's starting to finally go away.
dissipating a little bit.
And then the finish, lengthy and warm, with subtle dryness, subdued notes of chocolate, raisin, and cool herbs linger in the shadow of stark oak spice.
I totally get that raisin at the
You
end.
get
There.
it. You
I do.
Okay.
I didn't say it, but I did get it. This is a treat, man. I'm so glad you brought this. Do
Yes,
we
thank
want to
you.
get into the?
Thank you to Pat.
Want to get into the rating?
Yeah, we can get in the rating.
All right, I'll go first since you brought it. I think this is a red 5, Luke. I think this is a 9.
I mean,
It's a pretty strong score for me. I
but
generally am
it's pretty good.
a little bit more harsh on the scores, but this is not harsh at all.
No, this is not
so delicious.
This is not harsh. This is delicious. So I'm echoing you, and like originally just looking at the rankings, I'm thinking at least New Hope, Luke, which would be an 8.5.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna say Red 5, Luke, and I'm gonna give it a 9 because it is quite good.
Well, if for some reason you have a chance to ever find this or try it at a bar,
Good luck. Yeah, try it at a bar. I mean, it'll probably cost you $50 for a pour.
yeah. What
But-
year was this again?
This was the 2021.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks.
Yes.
There you have it. Nerd takes.
Nerd
Birthday
takes.
bourbon.
Mine's gone.